Hello everybody and welcome to BWTales print number 48. This week the image is this one, and this is a detail of an old typewriter that I still have and I still use. And this image was inspired by a comment I received on my last video. The comment was from Christian Speck, very good photographer. I like what he does, and there's the link down there in the description if you want to check it out. Really a good one. And in a comment, he wrote me about a book that is Zero by Mark Ellsberg. I don't know if I pronounced it right. It's a book that it's very nice. By the way, I had to read it in English because there's not the translation in Italian. The author is from Austria, I think, and obviously, looking at the content of the book in Italian was never translated. But it's kind of a very nice book. I'm at the half of it, and it's about all the new digital world. So the fact that we are always under surveillance in some way, the lack of privacy, and all these kind of things, about the connected world. And I realized that it's something that, for me, privacy has always been kind of important for some things. And so I still had the typewriter, and sometimes I use it. For example, at the end of the year, when I put down my consideration about the past year, is a tradition I have, and I put down the goals and the ideas for the next year. It's something that I wanted to be private, and I do it with the typewriter. And I always had in my professional life a computer that was not connected to internet, because sometimes with some clients I want to respect their privacy. I did that. I learned to do that with clients that were doing prototypes, so industrial clients that they were doing prototypes of things that were going to be on the market 4 years later, and that had the need to be protected. But also with private people, I like to do news, for example. A lot of them were in computers not connected to the internet, so they were protected from an access from outside. But right now we are all connected, and we have all the computers, and we have software that, with the new subscription programs, or I call it the rental program, you have to be always connected to the net. For example, Lightroom is used by a lot of people, and you need to be connected to internet to have the license checked. And you think, okay, the program is inside a facial recognition system. So how difficult it is for someone, for example, looking for a person, to just send in the parameters to look for, and have all the remote computers to just search in the image archive. So these are all things that we do not consider anymore. Privacy we do not consider anymore. And for me, it's kind of essential. This is the reason why I still keep this typewriter, and I still use it when I want something that is just personal. And is the reason why I keep a computer not connected to internet. But now everything is connected, and we give so much responsibility to machines. If you think that the most important elections in the world in this moment have problems because we're managed with computers, and there's something really fishy there. I mean, it's pretty evident that there were votes moved during night and all these kind of things when the poll places were supposed to be closed. So what are we thinking? It's why do we give all this power and all this data to computers that we don't even know how they work? When I started with computers, and I started back with the Commodore 64, I would use it to write the program physically, so I knew what was inside the programs. right now you just buy a package and you have no idea what's in the code and what that software is able to do. We have the we have the smart television. We have all these kind of things. I don't. I have a dumb television, but we have smartphones. Again, I don't. I have a flip phone, but it's difficult to live without the technology because, for example, the bank asks you to have a smartphone, an app, and all these kind of things. I started to do these videos, and I was noticing that since I was a lot of times on YouTube, I had to log in, and so I kept logged in YouTube to look at the statistics and these kind of things. But that meant also that I was logged in Google, and I had all my data of my all the other things that I did on internet that were associated with my Google account. So this is something that is kind of problematic, and it's incredible how much with the digital life we are giving away, how many data and how many privacy we are giving away. So that's the idea of this week. And by the way, if you're not worried about the privacy because you think I do nothing wrong, and that's okay, I can justify what I did all my life, so it's not a problem. But still, imagine a presidential candidate that comes out, and imagine that comes out a very simple photograph of something that we do every day, sit on the toilet and doing our business. And there's something wrong in that? No. But imagine that picture during an electoral campaign. What it can do. So these are the things. And yes, think about that. Think about how much of your life is still outside the realm of virtuality and is not reachable from the outside by a simple hacker or simply by the same people that sold you the service. So think about it, and yes, that's another reason why I started to go again with analog photography, because there's privacy there. If I want, I just don't scan the pictures, I just print in the darkroom. But also if I scan the pictures, and if I want, I put them on a computer that is not connected to internet. And it's something that a computer can still work if not connected to internet. I have a computer that is probably 15 years old and still is doing everything I need. It's really not a problem at all. And I have the computer that is not connected to internet. So that's the idea. Think about how much you gave away, and start to do something that is more analog. Start an analog life in general, not just in photography. So this is all. This is the image again, and if you want to see the original, go down there in the description, and there's the link to my website. If you enjoyed the video, please put a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. While you are on my website, you can subscribe to my weekly newsletter, and so you can receive all the updates. This said, keep creative, stay free, and again, it's the most important part. Also, stay free from the digital life, and try to have fun. Thank you for watching.